as our lovely Sadhguru points out, thought and emotion. They are not separate entities. The way you think is the way you feel. And well, as a person who has an inner child adult, I will say I've met many people that don't have this for themselves or others. It's a sad story, but it's true. The beloved, and that is whether they are, let me think, spiritual bypassers, mantles of mental health, or the 7 to 14 charming, yes, they don't love all unconditionally, including their self. So I'd say that it also matches up with when I learned about how it works for the 1-year-old and 3-year-old. So all of our child parts, when they get defective because of being treated in a way that's not necessarily, well, wasn't about treatment. Actually, think that there's a lot of really gracious scientists, people who explain how this works. A third attunement and then repairing ruptures. First, secure attachment to develop. Also, though, we all have a body, so our bodies have an inclined way that they, or I forget if it's bodies, body, brain. Well, I get confused because, I'm stupid lady here, but what I'm not is a lady who doesn't know what I'm talking about. I just forget data in a very linear way because my right mode and my left are friends. So the fun part about being a thoughtful and emotional human being is that you don't act as if you need to watch your words because you're not trying to prove anything. When you're a inner child adult, you have confidence. Means that you can't poke a bear button, there's no shame here. So no matter how many ways people wield their words, when they're parrots, we have a good laugh. When they're parrots, we still laugh. And, well, we know who believes in themselves, and it's not the ones who think that to heal from trauma means that you need to stay reactive or with your shame button. No, actually, to heal from trauma and being a person who's an adaptive child pattern of yourself means that you take yourself seriously. Oh, and do mindfulness and spirituality, living and loving, which we do here. But it also means that after EMDR, child parts work, and somatics or sensory mode, you say, I want to do personal development. Yeah, not anyone did. I want life now. Or, we got a Zen master who's like, hey, there's laundry forever and ever and ever. So thought and emotion. The first thing to share with you all is that smart human beings have taught me how we are emotional first and then thoughtful. That's meaning our right mode of the brain is on first and the left comes on later or something like that. Again, I confused the data, but I do love having fun with my words like a little parrot. And as I do build a community of beloveds, I know that we're a fun crowd because I love to love. And my baby, he loves to dance. He loves to dance because you know what smart people are? Really smart people, not the ones who pretend to be smart. See, pretenders, there's a song that keeps wanting to come through. I'm channeling while I'm talking to you all. Believe me, this one song, it is like right in my ear, like when you can taste it, the word, but you're like, shit, it's not coming. So anyways, pretenders are really fascinating because you're always going to pick it up. It's like a scent. Oh, did I mention I'm a feminine and not a masculine? So all of distorted feminines, they're going to be masculines to me. When we find a real masculine, they're going to have a feminine. So they're going to be on the same boat, but they come from an energetic imprint that will let me know as a feminine mystic here that they're masculine. So what I love about the rainbow of colors, my indigo baby child, he gave me the best way to look at all of humanity when he shared how beautiful the world is with rainbows. See? So anytime you speak about anything, a smart feminine, which is any feminine who's a real one, will be like, wow, that's amazing, because you know what a feminine is, right? Well, we're not cheerleaders, but we are nurturers. And so when you're young at heart, fairy tales may be true or come true, right? But they can also fall apart. And here's where your thought and emotion. So my whole 3-year-old, she's like, it's going to be great. We're going to get over the choo-choo train, like the little hump that could. So that's how it works when you have the delight and bliss path to enlightenment. Unlike that Zen master who must have gotten the short end of the stick. Pain and loss. Oh, and then any other person who doesn't want to go to therapy, well, they just follow fancy man and women in suit who, well, let's just put it this way. When you don't get to resolve the nightmare from your own home, then you're using your mouth to share with everyone out here. I mean, the smart ones, we're like, whoa, that's what they store in their emotional plane, in their mental plane. That's really uncomfortable. I think that could be healed, but the prison cell that is within that dark sides of neuroplasticity, you really love using the imagination in that way, huh? I see that you love to create terror and night terrors and, so anytime somebody's speaking in ways that are simply gruesome, you know who they are. And it doesn't sound gruesome, but definitely they're not mindfully aware of what's going on inside. They're just projecting. It's called unresolved trauma. It's just not accepted by them that it's trauma. And they're like, no, no, I know the truth. And the truth is, I love to love, and my baby, he loves to dance. Oh, the truth is that they think that there's no human kindness and goodness, that you can't be yourself, that, oh, if they fuck you, they won't marry you. Also, that they'll feel contempt, disgust after fucking you, and shame. Somehow, none of these people mention going to good therapy. They mention how the therapists are trying to keep people in prison, and I have a good time making fun of them because, really, when I find stupidity enlightening, it's because I'm like, whoa, 7 of 14 charming, you keep wielding those words. I'm wondering if any person that is following you is ever going to figure it out that they're holding themselves in a prison, because the reality is, like I was saying, pretenders. You can pretend to be enlightened. You can pretend to know what the fuck you're talking about. You can pretend a whole buttload. But when I get near you and I notice what comes out of your mouth, thoughts and emotions, what painted picture you make is what I'm going to know you store within this left mode of yours, because the right mode isn't really online. There's a 1-year-old with a broken heart, a 3-year-old with a broken heart, and defectiveness is all over it because of the shaming tone, the nasty tone, the spiteful tone, the upset tone, whatever tone. It's so small. It's like, whoa, squirrel from Cusco land, what's up? You got something in your foot, didn't you? You got a little rock? Which one was it? What pretending are you doing today? So when your unconscious and subconscious aren't on par because your child parts aren't on par, somebody that is on par, meaning my prefrontal, because I'm curious, open, accepting, and loving, and I'm a feminine who nurtures. Basically, masculines can tap into their infinite potential. Do you know what the masculine is? If you're curious, I define the divine masculine as the mind, but it's only if it's integrated that you're really using it. Otherwise, you're only using the masculine, which really breaks things down in horrendous ways unnecessarily, because the right mode is not online, since their heart is broken and they get overwhelmed and they have shame, blame, fault, revenge, and they don't believe in themselves or humanity, so they just spit out shit from their mouth, and then they get really, what is it? No, sensitive. No, the sensitive ones, they're in a whole other boat, because see, the sensitive ones, they're hyped up. Their child parts are running the show. It's like anxiety on a go, and you just hear them as they use their words in ways that I completely have I could explain it if I had to, but anyways, they're not doing the beloved. They're waiting for somebody to love. Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? So the nice thing is that these people get together. Let's get together. Yeah. We can have a lot of fun. We get together here to make fun of those people, and then to actually put into practice mindfulness. Oh, why? Because I will be having spirituality retreats, right? And mindfulness retreats, and because why not? I mean, the 4D, 3D think that hell is on fire or something. We know something different. Heaven is very beautiful in here. Yeah, and there's no hell. Yeah, no. I mean, I know the books, what they create. Again, mystic here, I've seen with my mind's eye. In fact, whenever I'm tapping into the people who are pretenders, yes, there's shit going on. It's in their body. It's called trauma charges, but they don't believe Peter Levine. Muscles, bones, tissues want to come up. You know what makes me smile as a feminine? I love life, and I love consciousness, and I love God. And I did tell God, I said, hey, God, I'm going to get a little bit of a smart attitude going on, because I'm kind of fed up with the stupid people who keep using your name and fancy language. I'm not as great as they are with the data, but I am great at knowing what I do know. What I know is that I can see clearly now. The rain has gone. There never have been obstacles in my way. I'm just a very thorough person, and now that I know, all you need is love. Dun, 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 dun. All you need is love, love. That is all you need. Now that I know how your brain and embodied brain works, and mine works this way, I'm like, wow. So all the parrots out there, they're really amazing. You know why? Because when I meet pretenders, what I am fascinated by is how low can you go? Is that a song? No, I forget the song. But the point that I was trying to make is, when you hide yourself from yourself, you got some fucking mustard on your chin. It's unfortunate business, because you won't know all of yourself. On the other hand, a person who doesn't hide herself or himself or their self from themselves, they can always take any kind of constructive feedback, or basically, wow, you have an opinion. What was it now? Change. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen, but I do shake your hand. Thank you so much. Oh, that one hurt. That one. So you get used to figuring out. No, you don't figure it out. It can hurt your feelings. Yes, I've cried before when I've been told, you're not the one. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get up from this one. Oh, I know I will. Why? Because show yourself. No, because I'm Maria. I'm a 3-year-old. What do you want? I got a tail, Eric, and it ain't going away, and I got a voice. Oh, and I love using my words however I may wish, because really, who are you? The mother of me? I got a mother, and she didn't shame me. Oh, I'm so happy that I get to present to you all what it is to be an inner child with no shame, which is really the true badass, because otherwise it's, good boy, good girl, you did a great job, you did a great job, you followed that 7 to 14 charming. Yeah, that's how it feels when I'm watching those people. I'm not joking. I'm going to let you see what it feels like to see not monsters. It's people who I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I need to stop listening to you because I'm thinking torture, torture, torture. And then I'm thinking of our ancestors who lived with animals. You know, it's really very grounded in reality why we are afraid of vulnerability. Evolutionary psychologists, they share that with us. So I bring to you a little sense of humor, I bring to you this and that, and it's to have food for thought with an empowered woman. And then if you want one-to-one mentorship, if you want the masterclass, if you want the spirituality retreat, but one thing that is for sure, if you don't love humanity and beyond, oh yes, humanity and beyond, unconditionally, you might not want to stick around because you're not up for the task of being a restorative embodiment, self-aware, accountable, regulating person who is truly confident. Because if somebody tells you they don't like you, what's the big deal? There's 8 billion people out there. It doesn't matter how close of a loved one they are. Actually, the closer they are, the better. But it's not pretending. You see, there's a difference. I can let you all know, nobody pretends if you have a relationship with your divine feminine and your divine masculine. You say, that really hurt my feelings. Was it personal? No, it wasn't. Hey, ego, what's up? Well, it was really not necessary, right? Well, was it? I mean, our subjective opinion, right? So when you can share a floor, this is what it's called to be an empowered woman, man, or they, and non-reactive. Oh, and the best part is when you do know what happens when you show no emotion. To those who don't know who their 1-year-old, 3-year-old, or teenager is. And the thing is, their teenager thinks they know the shit. Cusco don't know shit. Pacha knows shit. So if you want to know shit, come on over. If you want to be Cusco, go on somewhere and have a good time, because I love making fun of every single one of the people who doesn't take Patrick Tiahan and healing trauma seriously, because I take it seriously. Since it's your mental hygiene, health, and then you will do more mindfulness and spirituality living. But really, above all, you're going to have heaven in your body. So it's not because sciences are liars. No, it's because the sciences share and explain everything. Then I also feel it in my own body. And so I can approve this message because Maria's body feels heaven in it. And you know what I'm saying? So the Zen Master's got laundry. So people have laundry, they go to the Zen Master. People who want heaven in the body, they say, wow, I want more mindfulness and spirituality, not less. Oh, okay, and I do want the therapist to get to the healed version of my inner child. So we will be back with more being yourself with flaws, imperfections, integrity, and respecting differences. It's a fun, fun, fun time, and we have a lot of intelligent people out there. And we'll be back with some more episodes soon.